Hey friend, Andrew here. Today we're going to do an overview of my acoustic setup, so let's roll the intro. Well, hey friend, welcome into my home studio. As I said, today we're going to do an overview of my acoustic guitar setup. Before we do, I'd like to give you a free gift just for watching this video today. So the first gift is my home studio construction blueprint. This is the second studio that I've built now in the two houses that we've owned. So if you're interested in building a home studio or even a music room, you can check out my construction blueprint over at www.andrewpeachmusic.com/studio-blueprint, and you can get all the steps necessary to build your own home studio or music room, whatever you prefer. The second gift is my home studio outfitting guide. So that guide outlines the process that I've used to outfit two home studios now with the gear that you see behind me and what you'll see later in the live room. So if you're interested, like I said, in outfitting your own home studio, head over to www.andrewpeachmusic.com/studio-outfitting-guide, and you can pick up a copy of that with all the steps, like I said, that I've used now to outfit two home studios. It's challenging to stay on budget when you're trying to outfit one of these studios because there's lots of gear available, and we love new gear and the best gear. But that's a practical guide to help you stay on budget and stay on track as you outfit your studio for your needs. So let's jump into the content today. So first we'll do a tour of my rig out in the live room. Then we'll come back here in the control room and I'll show you the back end side of things on this side. And then I'll do some playing. So yeah, let's head out in the live room and take a look. Okay, let's take a look at my acoustic setup. Before we go over there, let's have a look here. First guitar I ever owned was this Ovation. Helped me learn when I was younger with the shallow body. It was served its purpose. Fell over at one point and my dad crazy glued the neck back together. Do not recommend. Probably could be fixed up, and I probably will someday by a proper luthier, but don't really play it because it's really unplayable, the action the way it is. So that's work that needs to be fixed at some point. All right, so over here, this is the acoustic area, and of course my second baby, the Martin EC1E. I've had that one since I think it was 2009. Walked into a guitar center in South Carolina somewhere and played it and told the guy to box it up. That was that. This was unplayable at one point. The action was so bad. For the climate that I lived in, I don't know if you can see in there, you can kind of see it. So I had a guy, took it to the luthier, he fixed it up for me. That inlay is not supposed to be there. So we drill a hole down through the bridge and put what's called a JLD bridge doctor in there. I pulled the top down and now it has sustained for days. Plays like a dream. So some people were actually, I don't know which brand it was, but one of the brands were actually putting those bridge doctors in their guitar stock just to increase sustain. So that's my acoustic. Probably going to need to invest in another one at some point here in the next couple of years. But she's a beauty. And now to my pedal board. Let's see if I can get down here. So this is my acoustic pedal board. So as you can see, the input goes into the Ernie Ball VP Junior, modded by T1M. If you watch my other videos, that's the third one. Yes, there's three, as you can see over there. So that's that. From there it goes to, there's one goes out to the tuner. the tuning port on the back here. And then we go to the digital reverb from the other split into the mute. And that's just a mute. There. You can see there's a cable there. Usually I have a delay pedal on this board, but I don't at the moment. Hold it for something else, and that's the tap for the delay. Right there. When I'm playing acoustic, I use an iPad with an app called OnSound. And then this is a Bluetooth page turner. And it's hooked up to this foot pedal. So when I want to turn the page forward, I click this. When I want to back the page back, I click that. So it automatically connects to my iPad via Bluetooth. And the power supply on this one is just a regular power strip. It's a Furman power strip. And you can see I've got a iPhone brick USB plugged in. And that plugs into the charger on the ear turn. So whenever my pedal board is on, which it is now, I can turn this pedal on and it's got power. So it's perfect. So from the mute, we go to JDI. DI just straight out to the board. Be straightforward. So I just run reverb and seldom delay on this board. It's a Pedal Train Classic 2. If you're wondering. And then over here is my hotshot. So if you've never seen a hotshot, my lead microphone plugs in here, and it's got two outs. Output 1 and output 2. So output 1 is just straight through, and when I click this pedal, it goes out through output 2. So I've got output 1 set like this. I'll change that was if the mic was plugged directly into the board, so that's just my main signal. And then when I click the toggle, output 2 is routed to everybody's in-ears. So I can click that toggle, speak into my microphone, and whoever is watching won't hear it, but the musicians will. So I can give them instructions, or we can talk, or however we need to do. So that's a hot shot, really helpful for live, for sure. My main microphone is a SM7B Shure. Standard workhorse for the industry. And I've got an iPad holder there. So if I've got sheet music going on or whatever on that stand, I can put my iPad there and I can control everybody's mixes. And if I'm recording, I can control the recording from my iPad. I'll demonstrate that in another video someday. But yeah, this is the setup. Orange is the color code for this station. You can see green for the guitar, orange for the lead. And I got my two connectors here. My monitor mix number 4, and my 1/4 inch for my acoustic with a switch. Really helpful to have a switch. Stops the pop when you go to unplug your cable, drain your battery. And routing, it's a bit of a mess there now. I moved this around a lot, this setup. Shoot videos every week on our other channel, Andrew and Janelle Peach, that we put up, so I adjust this setup weekly. It's the mess, and then the cable just goes around and into the wall and into the rack, which we'll go see right now. Okay, so here we are in the control room. So down in my patch bay mixer, if you want to call it, my acoustic here. I've got my lead and my MD from my hotshot there. And that connects to the board up here. And you can see we select 17, my acoustic. And there's no EQ curve on the mixer for that one. Select the lead, a little bit of EQ on that I've got put in. The MD, there's nothing to be expected because that's going through everybody's ears. So let's have a listen to what the acoustic sounds like. Well, that was a tour of my acoustic guitar system, both out in the live room and here in my control room. Next, I'm going to do some playing to outline how the gear sounds through Studio One, the DAW that I use. So let's take a look. So that was an overview of my acoustic guitar setup here in my home studio. I should say that I'm not sponsored by any of the manufacturers or brands that were featured in this video. All opinions are my own. If you like this video, please subscribe so you're notified of future videos, and we'll hope to see you in the next one.